the arena at Gwinnett Center. In rotation number 3, we're going to have the SEC's top 4 ranked teams going head-to-head. That would be Georgia on vault, LSU on bars, Florida on beam, and Alabama on floor. All of these teams will be competing in their second event of the night, but Lori, Alabama has struggled a little bit early on.
They've had uncharacteristic mistakes by their top scorers on beam. Ashley Miles over-rotating her dismount here. And right out of the gates, Shannon Rosick over-rotates her first tumbling pass. Forces them to count a lower than normal 9.55 on this event floor. And now we're up to Terin Humphrey. And this is only her 3rd time competing this event. The pressure's on this Olympian.
And you saw just a moment ago, Terin with a little bit of a stumble on her dismount from beam. So we'll see maybe some of that Olympic character come through here of just having to put it behind you and move on to the next event.
We've talked about the intensity and the energy that comes with this competition, and quite often an athlete can be overcome with that adrenaline. And maybe that's what we're seeing from Alabama. That's why we're seeing a lot of their landings over-rotated. So important to compete exactly the way that you do it in the gym. Terin's opening pass, a big one, a piked full in, not a problem on her landing there. Showing off that Olympic experience. And we're going to see some of that elite level difficulty here. 2.5 twist, punch front.
Championship teams will find a way to step up even when things haven't gone their way. Alabama having to count one of those out of bounds deductions. Their first 2 competitors, everyone else must step up here.
Showing off a little bit more of that classical dance. You can see the interesting shoes that she has on her feet. They're more like rhythmic gymnastic shoes, and it helps her when she does a lot of her turning elements. Only 3rd time competing this routine. Big difficulty at the end, huge, a 1.5 twist to a 2.5. An excellent comeback just when Alabama needs it.
Wow, Terin Humphrey stepping up, as you said, just the 3rd time all season. She has competed on the floor, but she knew her team needed a big score, and she went out there to try to get it.
I've talked about those big double layout skills. This is the same level of difficulty. The piked full in, a full twist in the first rotation, 2 saltos in the piked rotation. A great routine and a big score.
Big, big for sure. 9-9 ties, a season high for Terin Humphrey. So the Crimson Tide battling, trying to stay in this competition, while LSU and April Burkholder are competing on bars.
Huge release element there, out of a combination. Pack salto down to the low bar. Very tight and aggressive through her handstand positions. April is a favorite for the all-around competition, as well as a contender again this year for SEC Gymnast of the Year. Excellent landing.
And an excellent score for April Burkholder. A 9-9, make that 2 9-9s for April tonight already. Impressive start to her all-around bid in this meet. Kelsey Ericksen, another one of those all-arounders. Sophomore gym dog, will be competing on vault.
Last year's SEC Freshman of the Year. She said she felt some pressure at the beginning of the year, but now things are really starting to fall into place. Very nice high Yurchenko layout full. This vault is scored out of a 10. And again, we're looking for those beautiful body positions in the air, nice amplitude and height, and a stuck landing. Kelsey does take a hop on the landing, 1/10 deduction.
Kelsey Ericksen with a 9.85 for Georgia in this 3rd rotation. This is the 2nd event that Gym Dogs are competing on. And the Florida Gators competing in their 2nd event as well. They are on the balance beam here in rotation number 3. And we get another look at Breanne King.
This Florida team has dubbed her as Queen of the Beam. Beautiful and very fluid on this event, starting off with a front aerial, smoothly tumbling backwards into a back handspring.
Floor exercise 4 for Alexis
Ashley, straddle, straddle. Nice rhythm between those jumps. They just want to see that connection to give them their full bonus. Collegiate gymnastics, you have to get 5/10 of bonus through combination and difficult elements. No wobbles, no form breaks. Comes down to the dismount here. A double twist, a slight cross of the legs, a little bit movement of the feet on the landing. Pretty much the only deductions throughout this routine. Very clean form, beautiful straight legs and pointed toes.
And there you see Breanne's score. Just as a reminder, coming into this rotation, comparing one event, Georgia in the lead, followed by LSU, Florida, and Alabama. While Alabama's Ashley Miles is the defending NCAA champion on the floor. She's next. We are in rotation number 3 here at the SEC Gymnastics Championship. 4 more still to go, but we've got to finish up this rotation. The Alabama fans chanting "Roll Tide," and for good reason. Standing on the floor, getting ready to perform, is the 2-time defending SEC floor champion, Ashley Miles.
Also the defending national champion, currently ranked number 1 in the country and in this conference. This is a new floor routine for her this year. Same big tumbling. The biggest double layout of the competition, absolutely floats through the 2 rotations in the laid out position. It's a tight race for this floor title already. 4 9-9s from Michelle Gales, Michelle Emmons, Terin Humphrey, and Katie Heenan. So we're looking for a higher score than a 9-9 for Ashley to take this title. And remember, April Burkholder is still to come.
Also consider that in every floor competition this year, Ashley Miles has scored at least a 9-9. So expecting some big things here from the Alabama junior.
A very comfortable routine for her. She loves to perform. Alabama also looking to make up some ground for some mistakes earlier in the competition. With a stuck final pass, this will be a huge score. Ashley does it again. Just amazing with the power in this opening pass. Take a look, second rotation elevates higher than the first rotation. So difficult to do.
Gosh, seeing the height she gets on those rotations is just incredible, as is the score for Ashley Miles, getting it done for Alabama with a 9.95 and tying her season high. LSU competing on bars in this rotation. The final competitor for the Tigers is Gagnon.
Annie's 6th best in the country on this event, averaging almost a 9-9. Beautiful lines in execution. There's her major release element right there. It's called a Horkina. Philip Ogletree standing in on that straddle back to handstand, making sure she makes it safely from the high bar to the low bar. Oh, beautiful execution of her final handstand. There's a dismounted double layout. Oh, just a small scuffle of the feet. She really has one of the best double layouts in this competition. Rises above the high bar, but this is that release element. She comes from a forward grip, pops over the bar with a half turn, and straddles back.
Annie with a 9.85, and LSU has had a very strong rotation here on bars. A lot of 9.8s, 9.9s in there, a couple of 9.9s by April Burkholder, Lisa Rennie. Georgia, meanwhile, trying to hang on to an early lead. Ashley Kupets on vault.
Different style of vault than we've seen all night. A round up half onto the horse to a pike, and what a great landing. There's assistant coach Doug McGavin in his 20th year with Georgia, and he has done a great job with this vaulting team. He's actually produced 46 All-Americans on this event. Look at that landing, and a big score for Georgia.
Ashley knows she's done her job. A 9.9 for the sophomore. There you see the scores after 3 rotations. They give you a pretty good indication of how things stand. The Gym Dogs